Welcome back to It's New. We got people on the road. So Greg is in his car. I'm not sure if he's moving or not.
I am
Anu is
not moving.
wow.
Not
And Anu is somewhere in a bar in the morning. And I'm joking. I don't know where she is, but we barely hear her, so she might not be able to talk. And Mordy is in his normal space. Nothing exciting there. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about the Google March 2025 core update and some volatility we're seeing towards the tail end. Mordy, what do you got for us?
AI mode? Who cares? Let's talk about more AI overviews.
Okay, Anu, we'll give you a try. I don't know if you're able to hear us.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm talking about Google Ads and auctions and multiple impacts of CTR impressions.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. Anyway, Anu's going to be talking about Google Ads, different auction locations, and how it may impact click-through rates and impression rates with all that double serving. Greg, what do you got for us?
Google ad support is going full Carly Rae Jepsen with a call me maybe button.
Yada, yada, yada. All right. So first up, Google's March 2025 core update is still rolling out. It might be done by the time this video gets out there. But if it isn't, we're seeing some tail end volatility. A lot of the tools, not all the tools, but SEMrush is reporting very high volatility. Mozcast, Advanced Web Tracker, ranking, and a bunch of other tools are talking about this. And also we're seeing some chatter spike up in the SEO community. It's kind of like low chatter, but I think maybe the SEO community is just done. They feel like with all this AI and everything, we're just done with these updates. I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem as core updatey as previous core updates. But the spike has just begun again, so maybe it's kicking in at the tail end. I'm not sure. Any thoughts?
Q&A, it's only just begun music. Okay.
All right, let's talk about AI, Morty.
Yeah, so Google's rolling out more AI overviews to countries in the European Union. This includes countries that are in the European Union, like, I don't know, Belgium, Italy, Austria. Really good stuff. Spain.
The big one is
Poland,
Switzerland.
Polish, and English.
The big one is Switzerland because the Google Search Central, not Search, like John Mueller's team, like Gary, and they finally could actually see it for the first time and actually comment on it. So
that's great. Just as we're trying to talk about AI mode, switch back to AI overviews.
Exactly. And I'm not sure if Anu could do this, so I don't know if Greg wants to pick it up or I can. It's totally up to you. I don't know. Greg's prepared you on the road. So
yeah, no, I can't see anything, so I might get some of those metrics incorrect that Ginny had mentioned because the story came out as I was driving. But with the double serving that we're seeing, where an advertiser can be at the top and then also at the bottom of the page on Google, we've also seen those dynamic placements when they've been in the page. There was a report, I think Ezra Sackett on LinkedIn had found it first. I know we talked about it on Marketing Clock, but Ginny Marvin, the ads liaison, came out and responded, I believe, to Greg Kohler, PPC Greg, and had said that, yes, they are looking at the because those metrics will change due to the fact that there are now 2 locations that can happen. I know it's absolute top impression share. I think it's impression share. I know for a fact it's got to be impression share because people are saying over 100%. Barry, there might be one more in there.
Yeah. So she said top absolute impression share, which is impression rate, which is right, and then also a change in overall CTR click-through rate as a result of the experiment.
And then Ezra also had a really good statistical breakdown of what he was seeing. I think it started on February 7th and was going on to the 24th to test, but it seems like that's rolling out. So the big news I would say is that probably the double ads are here to stay.
Sounds like it. It does sound like it. And then if you have problems with that and you want to complain to support, what do you do?
Well, you've got new options. It's really one new option. The other one's just the way it looks like from a support tech to contact them. But there's a call me button, which is phenomenal because, sitting on the phone and waiting around for a Google Ads support rep is brutal. But it looks like you can just get a call now, which is phenomenal. And honestly, this is just one of those things where maybe Google is listening to advertisers. I know they're not for SEOs, Morty, but it feels nice to see all these changes come out and, PMAX updates and support has historically been a problem. And that's a nice feature if you just can wait around for a call. And then I believe it was Arpan Banjari that saw it. I could be wrong. But he had also gotten an email from a rep, and the rep said there's a new way to contact me. And it was essentially a phone number that he could text. And I think he had to say start or something. And then he could just start texting and getting things set up there. That one you have to get from an email, it seems, but I love the call me button. Amazing. 10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah, and it's cool that Google's listening. They just also, I covered this like a couple days ago. They added a hide all to the recommendations thing, which is like every PPCer wanted it. Instead of having 1,000 recommendations, you just hit hide all instead of hiding each one individually.
Celebrate.
Nice. Any event, thanks so much for being with us on the road and in a bar and at home and wherever you guys are. Make sure to not resubscribe after you unsubscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with more It's New. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.